Deep within the heart of the Andromeda sector, a vast region of space known for its breathtaking nebulae and uncharted planets, lay the serene and enigmatic world of Zephyria. The planet was home to the Ethereans, an advanced race with shimmering, translucent forms that radiated soft hues of blue and gold. These beings were renowned for their wisdom and symbiotic connection with the planet's unique ecosystem. Despite their advanced knowledge, the Ethereans lived in harmony with nature, cherishing every living thing as part of a delicate universal balance. One Etherean, Queen Lyria, stood out not just for her ethereal beauty, but for her compassion and unyielding commitment to her people. Lyria's reign had ushered in an era of unprecedented peace, but a shadow loomed over Zephyria, a deadly cosmic storm known as the Void Tempest. This storm, a swirling mass of volatile energy, consumed everything in its path. No technology, no shield, could withstand its ferocity. For centuries, the Void Tempest had been a distant threat, but now it was hurtling towards Zephyria with relentless speed. Lyria sought counsel with the planet's greatest minds, but the answers they provided were bleak. Desperation set in as the Ethereans prepared to evacuate, though they knew deep down there was no safe haven nearby. In the midst of this crisis, a distress signal was intercepted from a nearby quadrant, a call for help from a human vessel, the Starbound Explorer, stranded after a run-in with asteroid debris. Though the Ethereans were unfamiliar with humans, Lyria felt an inexplicable pull to aid the strangers. Leading a rescue mission herself, she and her guards found the ship adrift, its hull battered and its crew on the brink of collapse. Among the crew was Captain Elias Draven, a resourceful and courageous man with a fierce determination to survive. His piercing green eyes and steady demeanor belied the chaos surrounding him. Lyria extended her hand, a gesture of unity between two species, and Elias, though wary, accepted. The Ethereans brought the humans back to Zephyria, where advanced healing technologies saved their lives. In return, Elias vowed to repay their kindness, though he had little to offer beyond his gratitude and resourcefulness. As days turned into weeks, Elias and Lyria found themselves drawn to one another. He marveled at her selflessness and grace, while she admired his unyielding courage and ingenuity. The humans' arrival sparked an idea in Lyria. Perhaps their knowledge and technology, though primitive compared to the Ethereans, could hold the key to saving Zephyria. Elias and his crew joined forces with the Ethereans, working tirelessly to devise a solution to the Void Tempest. They combined human ingenuity with Etherean wisdom, constructing a massive planetary shield that could deflect the storm's energy. The project, though ambitious, required an immense power source, one that could only be harnessed from Zephyria's crystalline core. Extracting this energy was dangerous, risking the planet's delicate balance. The day of reckoning arrived. As the Void Tempest loomed on the horizon, Elias and Lyria led a daring mission to the planet's core. The storm's energy crackled menacingly in the skies above, and the ground trembled as they activated the shield. At the critical moment, a malfunction threatened to undo their efforts. Without hesitation, Elias sacrificed his ship's power core to stabilize the shield, ensuring Zephyria's survival, but leaving himself and his crew stranded indefinitely. In the aftermath, the Ethereans celebrated their salvation, but Lyria's heart was heavy. She approached Elias, overwhelmed by his selflessness. "You saved my people," she said, her voice trembling. "I owe you a debt that can never be repaid." Elias smiled, his gaze steady. "You've already given us life when we were on the brink of death. What I've done is no more than what you deserve." Moved beyond words, Lyria made a decision that would forever alter the course of their lives. In Etherean culture, the ultimate expression of gratitude was to offer one's most cherished treasures. For Lyria, those treasures were her twin daughters, Sarai and Elira, whose bond with their mother was as deep as the oceanic lakes of Zephyria. Lyria presented Elias with the choice. "Sarai and Elira are my heart and soul. I offer their hands in union, not as mere recompense, but as a bridge between our species. Let this bond symbolize the unity that saved us all." Elias was stunned. He had grown fond of the Ethereans, but the notion of such a profound gesture left him speechless. Sarai and Elira, though initially apprehensive, understood their mother's reasoning. They stepped forward, their luminous forms radiating warmth and curiosity. The unions that followed were not mere ceremonies but profound partnerships. Sarai, with her analytical mind and affinity for science, found kinship with Lieutenant Marcus, Elias's chief engineer. Together
they delved into the mysteries of Etherean and human technologies, forging innovations that would benefit both species. Lyria, on the other hand, was drawn to Elias himself. Their connection, born from mutual respect and admiration, blossomed into a deep and abiding love. Lyria's ethereal presence softened Elias's hardened exterior, while his steadfast nature grounded her in ways she never thought possible. As the years passed, the alliance between humans and Ethereans grew stronger. Zephyria became a beacon of unity in the Andromeda sector, a living testament to what could be achieved when differences were embraced rather than feared. The descendants of Elias and Lyria, as well as Marcus and Sarai, carried the legacies of both species, their existence a celebration of love, sacrifice, and the unbreakable bonds forged in the face of adversity. And so, the tale of how a human saved a queen and her people, and how she in turn gave her daughters in marriage to honor that act of bravery, became legend. It was a story told across galaxies, inspiring generations to look beyond the stars and see the boundless possibilities that lay within each other. But the tale did not end there. The children of Elias and Lyria, as well as Marcus and Sarai, became explorers, innovators, and leaders in their own right. These descendants, bearing the traits of two extraordinary species, were gifted with an innate ability to connect deeply with others and solve problems that transcended the limitations of their ancestors. They ventured into uncharted territories, bringing with them the ideals of unity and collaboration that had saved Zephyria. Among the most notable of these descendants was Lyria, a young woman whose luminous skin carried the golden glow of the Ethereans and the sturdy determination of her human lineage. Lyria grew up listening to the stories of her grandparents and the sacrifices that had shaped her world. Inspired, she dedicated her life to forging new alliances across the galaxies, spreading the legacy of unity even to those who doubted its power. Her journey brought her to a distant system where a conflict raged between two civilizations, the Thalnarians and the Cryarans. The Thalnarians, a species of aquatic beings with intricate coral-like exoskeletons, were locked in a bitter war with the Cryarans, a race of crystalline entities whose survival depended on harvesting rare minerals that the Thalnarians considered sacred. Despite their differences, Lyria saw echoes of the challenges her own ancestors had faced and knew that understanding and compromise could pave the way to peace. Through weeks of patient negotiation, Lyria used her unique heritage to bridge the gap between the two warring factions. She shared the story of Zephyria and the alliances that had saved her people, igniting hope and curiosity in the hearts of the Thalnarians and Cryarans. Slowly but surely, the two civilizations began to see each other not as adversaries but as potential allies. Together, they agreed to share the resources of their planets and collaborate on sustainable technologies that would ensure mutual survival. Lyria's success was celebrated as a turning point in intergalactic diplomacy. Her actions proved that the lessons of the past could resonate far beyond the boundaries of time and space. The legacy of Elias, Lyria, Marcus, and Sarai lived on, not just through their descendants but through the countless lives they touched, showing that even the most profound divides could be bridged by understanding, sacrifice, and a willingness to embrace the unknown. And so, the legend of Zephyria grew, a shining beacon of what could be achieved when love and unity were placed above fear and division. The story, passed down through generations, reminded all who heard it that the bonds we forge are the true treasures of the universe, enduring far longer than any star or storm. Generations later, a monumental event unfolded. A cosmic anomaly, a wormhole to an entirely new galaxy, was discovered near Zephyria. This wormhole pulsed with energy unlike anything seen before, offering a gateway to uncharted realms. The Etherean human descendants, led by Lyria's great-grandson, Kale, assembled a diverse crew of explorers to embark on the most ambitious journey yet. Kale, a natural leader with his great-grandmother's diplomatic touch and his great-grandfather's courage, viewed the wormhole as more than just an opportunity for exploration. It was a chance to honor the spirit of his ancestors by seeking out new alliances and sharing the values that had defined Zephyrria's legacy. The crew, composed of Ethereans, humans, and even representatives from allied civilizations like the Thalnarians and Cryarns, set off with high hopes. They named their ship the Unity's Dawn, a tribute to the bond that had saved their homeworld. As they passed through the wormhole, they entered a galaxy teeming with wonders, planets of crystalline forests, stars that sang harmonies, and civilizations with technologies that defied imagination. Among these new civilizations, they encountered the Looming, a species of beings who existed as pure light and communicated through intricate patterns of color and motion. The Looming were wary of the newcomers, their history marred by distrust and invasions. Kale and his crew, however, were undeterred. Through patient dialogue and demonstrations of goodwill, they began to build a relationship with the Looming, sharing stories of Zephyria's triumphs and struggles. It was through this exchange that the Looming revealed a secret, an ancient device capable of stabilizing collapsing stars, a technology that could prevent cosmic disasters like the Void Tempest. This revelation came with a price. The device's activation required an energy source so rare and potent that its extraction could threaten entire ecosystems. Once again, the descendants of Zephyria faced a moral dilemma that echoed the choices of their ancestors. Kale, guided by the wisdom passed down through generations, proposed an alternative. Rather than risking destruction, he suggested combining the Looming's knowledge with the innovative spirit of the Unity's Dawn's crew to develop a sustainable solution. The process was arduous, requiring months of collaboration and countless setbacks, but the effort brought the Looming and their new allies closer together. In the end, their unity prevailed. The stabilized stars became a symbol of hope for the galaxy, their light a reminder of what could be achieved when species put aside their differences.